Next guest is pretty bullish on Microsoft and some other top holdings in his portfolio, including NVIDIA and Apple. Jeremiah Buckley joins us this morning, Janus Henderson Equities portfolio manager. Jeremiah, welcome back. Good to have you again. Overall, just looking at the rebound we've made since the second week of April, had the bulls made their point, or is the onus to prove it by getting above, say, the 200-day?
Well, I think we just finished up a very strong earnings season. We still have some stragglers yet to report. But as you mentioned, tech companies, which have rallied the last month or so, really had strong earnings. We saw some of those large caps have revenue growth of more than 10%, profit growth much faster than that, as they saw very strong operating leverage. And so we think that that bodes really well for the future. And they also noted that they haven't seen changes in trends. The demand driven by AI continues to be quite positive. And so we think the outlook in that area of the market, AI infrastructure in particular, is quite strong still.
Interesting to see today, at least, Delta and United leading the S&P. I know you're pretty positive on the travel backdrop, even though there are these lingering concerns about what the summer is going to bring.
Yeah, certainly the travel area is exposed to the macroeconomic factors, but we think experiences over a long period of time will continue to trend stronger than goods purchases by consumers. We think companies like Delta and United have really differentiated their model. Another company like Royal Caribbean, which has differentiated their experience and continues to invest in the business. We think the outlook for them is still quite positive. They've shown good earnings growth, and we think eventually, as we get through this economic uncertainty, that we'll move forward and they'll continue to show strong growth.
Markets had to be patient when it comes to financials, as this sort of expected wave of M&A and capital markets activity has been a little slower than some expected. You think it pays to be patient still?
We do. We think investment banking, both underwriting as well as M&A advisory, is still well below the long-term trends. And certainly, we had hoped it would come a little bit sooner, earlier in this year. But as you see today with the Skechers deal, there is a lot of money on the sidelines, and we think that activity will pick up here eventually as more certainty comes around both trade policy and interest rate stability. And we think it continues to be an attractive area. And companies like Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley positioned very well and have been growing their wealth management business, which is also a less volatile piece of their company. And so we think that there's potential for multiple expansion over time there as well.
Yeah, we'll get a lot more information in the coming days, certainly regarding the Fed. Jeremiah, thanks. Good to talk to you again. Jeremiah Buckley joining us from Janus Henderson.